Greetings, everyone. Welcome in to the Dogs Down South podcast. I'm your host, Ted Turner, and you see it himself. The man's hydrating, but he's right there. Adam Fisher, the fish. What's up, Fish? How are you, man?
What's up, man? Trying to dig myself out from underneath all this pollen for a little bit. Come hop on the show with you.
Come on, man.
It's nuts, dude.
I can't imagine in Georgia, man. Florida's pollen's bad, so I know in Georgia it's like, I don't even know. I mean,
It's terrible.
I knew. It's funny you should say this. I knew, man, when I woke up about 2 weeks ago, I was like, all right, we're transitioning. Because you could just, it's just like, it felt like there was a brick on my forehead. And I was like, man, what the frick's going on, man? And I knew then it was pollen season. It was, the weather trying to figure out whether it was turning, to spring full blast or it's so weird though, man, because spring kind of turns into summer really quick. I don't know.
It
I
does.
don't know, man.
It does.
That's wild. How have you been, man?
And it needs to happen, really. I've been great, dude. Other than this, like you say, your head. Mine is more of my face and my eyeballs. Like I get sinus pressure so bad up behind my eyes, dude. It's nuts. But hopefully it'll go away soon because my truck can't handle all this yellow. Red and yellow does not look good.
Right. Welcome in, everyone. We got some people in from TikTok tonight. Welcome in. We're on YouTube, Dogs Down South, as well as our Facebook page. So we're live with our weekly Dogs Down South podcast. It's spring practice. I think we started practice 7 today, right? Tuesday. Tuesday's a normal practice day. Tuesdays, Thursdays, Saturdays, and we are getting very close to our first scrimmage. So fish icebreaker, right? Let's hop right in. If you could guarantee one thing this season, what would it be? Elite defense again, top 3 offense, or undefeated regular season? Now, when I read this, I was like, undefeated regular season. Okay, everybody would want that, right? So let me throw a caveat in. Let's take that one out, right? Let's do elite defense again, top 3 offense, or Gunnar Stockton wins the Heisman.
Well, out of the 3, I'm not doing anything offensively right now. I'm not as excited about the offense as I am the defense. I feel like our defense is gonna just improve on last year, and you saw it at the end of the season. Like we had one of the better defenses in the nation last year going into the playoff, which makes it more disappointing that it went down the way it went down, getting beat up by Trinidad. But the man had a career game that day. So
yeah,
definitely defense, man, definitely.
Okay, all right. I mean, I'm gonna pick. I'm just gonna be real quick out there. Top 3 offense, man. I would take a top 3 offense.
I would take it.
I mean,
I just don't
if I'm
believe
looking at
in
this as like under the tree, wrapped up in a bow, top 3 offense, and I didn't specify in the SEC or, I mean, if you're a top 3 offense in the SEC, you're probably definitely top 10 in the country, right? So
easy.
I mean, I'm taking that all day long. So
Yep.
thought it'd be pretty cool to do that. What about this? What about buy or sell? Georgia's offense will be better in 2026 and 25. Buy or sell?
Bye.
Okay.
And I know that contradicts what I just said about the offense and my feelings on the offense, but I think we're gonna improve. I think we'll definitely improve.
Yeah. And then one word to describe this team heading in spring. Go. One word.
Electric.
Electric. Okay.
Which is another nod to the offense because I'm hearing lots of good things about Taylor.
Yeah.
Lots and lots and lots of good things about him, that he is impressing and turning heads this spring.
Okay.
And that's awesome for Gunnar in our wide receiver room.
Okay. I dig it, man. Listen, at the end of the day, I will tell you this spring has been, since NIL and COVID and things of that nature, like spring practice and, obviously G-Day and all this stuff has been really hush-hush. It's hard to get news out. I mean, we have some people, I have some things that I follow. I'm doing a little stuff with Glory, so I'm getting a little bit of,
awesome.
Entry level stuff, obviously. So I'm not getting the big heavy donor stuff, but I am getting some information here or there. So but I'm just hearing a lot of what you're saying. I'm hearing some excitement in a lot of areas, but the other thing I'm hearing is I really think that Kirby is a lot of people are looking at this team this year and they're going, Kirby Smart in Georgia obviously is this is where the SEC is setting the bar as far as the guy taking over per se for Nick Saban, right? And a lot of people are saying you're looking at Kirby and they're in Georgia and you're going, this is the standard of the SEC because he's winning the SEC championship the last 2 years. And then obviously a lot of SEC championships in Kirby's tenure. But a lot of people are giving a caveat under that to go, they got to figure out the college football player, right? So is that why the talk this year of Kirby and the early on from Kirby is very, I don't know, man, even different than last year, very to the point, very moot, not entertaining a lot of comical questions, using the spring to get these guys used to being coached hard. And believe me, man, like, does coaching hard even exist anymore? Like, I feel like if you coach hard, like they're in the portal the next week, right? If it could be possible. But I'm hearing a lot of this stuff, man. Like, and that leads me to like the first thing that everybody's talking about. There's a viral clip, right? Viral clip going around. People are tending to hang out around Buttsmere and the practice fields a little more because they know that Kirby has a speaker now. He has a microphone, and he likes to talk. He likes to talk very loudly, and so at any day when practice is going on, you can get pretty pumped up by listening to Kirby on the mic. He's very vocal, right? Have you heard about this viral clip going around?
Only a little bit. No, I haven't actually seen the whole clip though.
So I'm gonna explain the clip because we're gonna play Kirby had a presser today, and he's gonna explain what he meant by it. But the viral clip going around is of Elias Williams blowing up Amaris Williams from Auburn, the new transfer portal edition. And he literally is heard saying, "Oh my God," over and over and over. And he's going, Elias Williams just blew up Amaris. And he said, "Oh my God, oh my God." And I guess he was referring to Amaris. He says, "Do not put this guy in against the run. Oh my God."
Yeah.
That's the now. You can add the Kirby-esque voice in there, right? Yep. So I'm going to try to pull this up and add this. Bear with me because we don't do this a lot. But we're going to go in here. We're going to try to add this and see if we can listen to what Kirby said about this right here. And you can tell me, Fish, if you can hear this. Let's see if we got our technology right here.
Yeah, Coach, I'm not sure if you saw. You had a moment for practice viral this week of you talking about a rep between Amaris and Elias. When those things go out into the general public and they kind of create whatever narrative they want, do you guys ever view that as a positive or a negative in that you can, it can be used as a motivating factor for some players, or is it something you'd rather just keep in-house?
Yeah, I don't really worry about it much. I saw it. A bunch of people sent it to me, but I mean, it's not something we put out. It's something somebody else, captures and put out. So I don't worry about it. We don't practice indoors. I don't worry about what other people think about our practices and what they do. I mean, I'll say this, that play in particular, he actually slipped and stepped on somebody's foot. So it's probably not a fair assessment of him, because when you step on somebody else's foot and slip, sometimes you get your ass whipped, and then sometimes you just slip, and you're not allowed to slip. But it wasn't as bad as it seemed, certainly. But I don't worry about it because, there's a certain level of toughness it requires to play football, and that's all for you guys to worry about. Y'all like to capture things and put them out and make them a deal. We do this every day. So
had to laugh out loud. I'm sorry.
No, very interesting. Capture. Why is our screen so weird, man? Like the layout here, you gotta get right. Anyways, we'll leave it at that. So you hear Kirby in this, right? And I should have. I mean, some people might not have seen the clip. It's it went viral kind of, but it just brings another dynamic to. We are at practice 6. Sorry, that was practice 6. This is practice 7 today. that post, pre that those comments had not happened, right? They probably already happened. It just finished it up. I think there's a degree of Kirby this year that's like, look, I got a good percentage of this team coming back. We've done some things in the portal. We've been successful in the SEC. We have our returning starting quarterback coming back. Defense should be charged. We have a defensive line that is looking to get back and return to the glory days of elite defense. Do you think Kirby is just at a point right now where he's treating like spring practice 7? He's almost like trying to make it feel like fall practice 4. What do you think?
I agree, 110%. And I think when you finish the season the way we finished it, there's no room for like happy and jovial. You know what I mean? Like, this is serious because we've been embarrassed in the playoff 2 years in a row. And he's tired of it, and he's time to put his serious, hat on. And I don't think he's playing any games this offseason. Now, I mean, I'm sure he like jokes around with them when they're not, on the field practicing, in the locker room maybe or whatever. But the man's going to be all business all the time this year. Yeah. Like, I can just feel it. I can sense it.
Yeah.
It's different.
Fish around the SEC a little bit before we dive into some spring practice highlight stuff here or there, but still kind of breaking the ice on the around the SEC. Lane Kiffin and LSU have started practicing there in LSU, and a lot of talk, a lot of banter around LSU. I mean, has LSU not just like gone off their rocker, man? Like, they just went out and got is his name Will Wade? Is that his name?
I think so.
Yeah. NC State coach got fired for recruiting violations by LSU, sent on his way to McNeese, NC State, and then now comes back. And,
Lane will take anybody.
They spent. What's that?
Lane will take anybody.
Yeah, man. I mean, it's not even Lane's yet. And I mean, it's just LSU in general. I mean, LSU has so far, I mean, the money they spent on Lane, the money they spent on this guy, the money they spent on this guy's buyout, and the money they spent on Lane's buyout, and the guaranteed NIL budgets that they give is dang near encompassing almost $250 million, $250 million. I mean, is this like, how do you feel about LSU? There's now, aside from the basketball, I just brought all that together to say, like, LSU is in dire need of wanting to be relevant in all of college sports, right? Especially in the NIL era. Is this like make or break kind of stuff for Lane Kiffin this year? Like, is he expected to come in and vie for an SEC championship?
He better exceed Brian Kelly and what Brian Kelly's max best effort. Like, he needs to exceed that because like they've pushed all their chips in. This this is on him, and whether it works or not, he's under a lot of. I don't know if he feels pressure. Honestly, I don't even know. He's kind of like a robot. I'm not sure what kind of feelings and emotions he has as an actual human being.
Well, will he even be there? I mean, do you think Lane Kiffin's long enough there to actually exceed the contract that he has right now?
It
depends.
Do you think
this is home for him?
It just depends on the success. Like, that's what's going to do. Because if he doesn't, like I said, if he doesn't at least, he's got to go past anything that Brian Kelly ever did, or else he's going to get put on the riverboat and see you later. Like, he's going to be on the first thing out of town.
Well, let me play devil's advocate here. Do you think? I mean, how much money does LSU have left? So they're going to pay out Brian Kelly. Oh, by the way, in that $250 million is Brian Kelly's $54 million that they bought out. So, like, do they have the money to miss right now? I mean,
I don't think so.
They pushed their chips in the middle, but I don't know if they have their money to miss. I think this one is like, if LSU and Lane Kiffin don't link up, LSU has to kind of do your, like, what do we call it? Like, where you kind of hide in the corner, wear the clothes that fit in with the rest of the people so nobody sees you, because they're going to tuck their heads and have to run. I don't know if there's not enough donors that are going to look and go, okay, now we got to buy this out and then go for what?
Who else is out there? What else is out there? What are they going to do? Go after Signetti in 3 years if Kiffin
Well, no,
can't cut
they'd
it?
have to pull a Florida. They'd have to pull a Florida. They would have to go out, and I'm not saying anything about Summerall, but Summerall and Alex Golish are not getting the paychecks that Lane Kiffin is. But these are coaches that they took a chance on, that they could go, okay, if they come in and they make a difference early, then we'll bet on them. But we're going to offer them. I mean, I think Summerall's contract is somewhere around 3 million, 3 years, 11 million or something like that. Like, it's cheap. Same way for Golish. I mean, Golish is on one of those, when they come into work and they say, hey, we're gonna put you in a position, and we're gonna give you 90 days, and then if you're doing well, then we'll pay you what you're worth, right? It's kind of what they did with these guys. Like, if you come in and you do this, then we'll do. They got burned by Suncoast Billy at Florida.
Yep.
So I mean, he's still making. I mean, let's just put it this way: Florida's paying Billy to be the coach of James Madison right now. So,
yep.
I mean, let's just be honest. But I would agree with you. I think Lane. I think with all the money, the $40-something million that you were given and spent, what they spent on you, your buyout. I mean, I do think that you have to win and win now. I think anything less, maybe you don't win the SEC. The SEC is a tough conference. This is a tough year with a 9-game SEC schedule with only one bye week. So I get that, but you get in the playoff, man, and you make the playoff. That might be okay to kind of keep them from being too unsettled. But then if you make the playoff and give them a taste and, like, you get thumped, out of there.
I like that.
It's kind of wild. We're going to go through, a couple of some SEC stuff here in a bit, talk about over and unders and what could possibly happen. We talked a little bit about it on our TikTok page last week, but it was a good conversation, man. Let's look at some real quick. Who's turning some heads I want to hear what you got to say, if you're hearing some stuff, but let's tell everybody out there kind of, as, not much information is coming out. We do have a lot of media that's getting some 20-minute viewing period things, but let's bounce it around a little bit. Fish, like, I'll let you go first. Anything you're hearing, we'll bounce it back and forth. Any players' names you're hearing that are jumping off the page from you from spring break? Really quickly, we'll kind of play popcorn with this.
As I mentioned earlier, Taylor on the offensive side of the ball, definitely, and thank God, he's gonna help our explosivity.
So what as far as that's what specifically, any specific needs? Just hearing that he's just performing well during spring.
Just performing well, exceeding expectations. Coming back off his injury really well, looking really good.
Nice. Agreed. I think we got to have Taylor step up in a big way this year. Another thing I'm hearing is a guy that I don't know if people have really know that London Humphreys was targeted the second most times last year out of Zach Branch by
made
Gunner.
Some big catches.
Yeah, and he was wearing a blue cap very early on, first game. I'm sorry, first practice, which the blue cap, obviously, like last year, is signifying fire, passion, and energy by Kirby. He's still bringing that back. And so London is a receiver that's expected to step in, make a major role, stretch the field. It's what we went and got London for. London, if you remember 2 years ago, slashed us at Vanderbilt. I mean, he was a guy who was a big play threat. And, not to break off too far, but, Kirby last year, we got behind this motto of like what is going to be our big motto this year? This is talking the previous year about, what we want to see at Georgia to make us be a contender again for the SEC championship, repeat at that time, but also to win the national championship again. And he said it. He said, we got to run the ball and we got to defend the run. Well, he did lay it out in his first presser of the spring, and he made 2 caveats this year that are similar to that. And they asked him, and he said, we got to be explosive on offense and we got to be disruptive on defense.
Yep.
And so when you look at that and you look at what London offers, hearing the things about London and hearing that he's right in check, he's in there he's dialed in as far as leadership, and he's just doing things the right way at practice, and he's doing some things where he can be a go-to receiver. If that's the things coming out of Talon and London, then a lot of people are looking at our receivers and going, this is a circle on the sheet of if this doesn't happen, Georgia doesn't succeed. So those two names coming right out are huge. Anyone else you're hearing, Fish?
Nate Frazier.
Okay.
Looking good, and like him, the possibility that he's even a little bit more explosive than he was last year and the previous year, man, that's scary for SEC defenses. I'm telling you.
I agree.
Our O-line can hold up, dude. Like we could have a beat you down the field, running up the gut kind of offense, which is I think what Kirby likes, and I know that's what I like. Run first, pass second, but still be explosive. Throw deep balls, things like that.
Right.
Oh my God. Fingers crossed that everybody stays healthy.
Yeah. Agree, man. Another name, and I'm tying this in with Nate is Chauncey's name is coming up now. Some curious, some things people are asking, and I want to answer the question for dog fans out there is. There's been a lot. I mentioned it last week. A lot of number changes this year. A lot of numbers this year that are going to be out there that you're going to be like, who's that guy, right?
Who is that?
One of them this year is Chauncey. Yeah, one of them is Chauncey. And Chauncey actually talked to reporters and told the reason behind why you will see him in number 5 this year instead of 33. And he actually told the story of how he roomed with Garrison Hurst's son.
No way.
And so he's honoring the great Garrison Hurst with the number 5 this year. And he's always eyed the number 5, right?
Yep.
And so a lot of people are also looking and going, okay, what are when you look at, Chauncey was threatened. I don't say threatened. Let's use a better word. Both of these guys were, you heard stories of portal and you wondered, were they good? Were they good friends? Were they on the same page? Could one of them take the sharing the ball role type thing, because I do think Chauncey could start at any team in the SEC, and for that matter in the NCAA. But I do think they can complement each other. Here's why you'll see a little bit more Nate Frazier this year, and you'll still see a good complementary of Chauncey with Nate Frazier. I think Nate Frazier is going to be looked at as you lose Cash as your third down back. I think we will see a lot of Nate Frazier stepping into that third down and got to catch the ball in the backfield. But also now, I don't know about you, Fish, but how many times last year would you have, and I love Cash, man, and Cash did some great things for us. But the times that we chose to run the ball on third down, a lot of us scratched our head and went, man, wait, Cash? Like, is Cash the guy? I mean, we look back at the Alabama game and go, is Cash the guy that you're putting on 3rd and 1 to break a tackle by LT Overton, but now you give that ball to Nate Frazier, maybe a different story, right? Maybe a little bit more elusive, twitchy, things of that nature. But I think that's how you see Nate a little bit different this year and how you see a well-balanced of them. What else do you like about Fish, about the complementary football that can happen between Nate and Chauncey this year?
Okay, so I got to get this off my chest because it really bothered me last year. And every time Cash came on the field on 3rd down, it's like bringing in a mobile quarterback inside the 5. You know what's about to happen. You know what they're about to do. It's so predictable. It's such a one-note offense. Like, that we're going to do some sort of little screen, whatever. When he comes on the field on 3rd down, it's an obvious pass. And it doesn't matter what the yardage is. It doesn't matter. And every once in a while, we'd hand it to him. But all the defense knows, okay, they start doing, they're, changing signals and doing that and adjusting, readjusting and everything when he comes out there. Or, we change the play. It's I'm tired. I was so tired of it by the end of the season last year. I'm sorry. Every time I saw him on the field, I was just, and every time he got the ball, I was just, oh, is he going to catch it? What's he going to do? I'm sorry. He wasn't my favorite player, obviously.
No, and here's the thing. It's all about, and I know, I mean, listen, dog fans, we get in our feelings, man. Like,
yes, we do.
We have a love-hate relationship. Bobo, Bobo would have been invited to the barbecue last year, but he might have been kept off the list of the barbecue the year before, right? We're known for that. We're not those Fine Bomb fans, but we're definitely Georgia fans, right? So
yes.
I get that. I think deep down inside, we like Cash. We love what Cash brought. the heart, the energy, the mind of a player who earned everything he earned at Georgia. But it's still the job of the offensive coordinator, you're right, to put these players in the right situations to where we know as well as anything is offenses nowadays are more mind games than they are anything. There's 7 to 8 different coaches in the SEC running the same offense right now, right? The Lane Kiffin, style Gunner-esque, like hurry up pace offense, right? There's not too many offenses that are running a balanced attack like Georgia is trying to run. So I totally agree with you there. And you're like, well, I don't really blame Cash, but I also don't really blame Bobo. But I look at both of them and go, I get tired of seeing it, right?
I mean,
you're just speaking the fan, right?
Yeah. It just got old, man. It just got old. Like, no offense. I mean, Cash made big plays. It's not like I want him shunned from any kind of red and black anything ever again. It's just like, I don't know. Like, is this the best we can do? You know what I mean? Like, I didn't feel like it was the best we could do. I feel like, again, this is one of those times where Kirby can be super loyal to someone who gives 110% in practice, which is awesome. But, like, I have Alabama flashbacks too, like when you said his name, that play that we're going forward on fourth. I get what he was trying to do, but it just didn't work. Like, we were keyed in on. Like, he was keyed in on. Like, that defense is smart, man. They knew what was coming.
Yeah, no, I agree, man. Other notables, obviously, a lot of talk about Isaiah Canyon. Crazily enough, dealing a little bit with what Kirby described today in the presser as an ankle sprain. Not the major, but it's keeping him a little bit limited. But good-looking kid, man. Good physique, strong-looking kid. Heard he's fitting in really well. I don't think, I will tell you like this, I don't think that you go out there and you get Isaiah Canyon if Isaiah Canyon is not starting day one in that X role.
He will be.
Role, maybe that's it.
He will be.
He will be. But I think the great thing that I did hear in the presser today was I did not know was that he played at Warner Robins High School. He knows a lot of those Georgia kids, and I think it is good to have some players that he played with to be able to be at Georgia and let him know the dynamic of practices, and I think it helps them get accustomed to what Georgia's like and what the practices are like. And I guess you per se coming from enemy lines, I would love to be a fly on the wall at some of those side conversations. It's kind of funny. It's like one of those things where you feel like you hear Isaiah saying, man, Georgia Tech, those guys, I mean, they hated you. Like, just to hear the behind the scenes stories, just to ask him, like, really, like, man, do you really hate us, man? Like, I don't know. It's weird. You wonder about the pageantry sometimes, but
part of the culture they have to buy into,
right? You got to come like, I don't know.
You have to. It doesn't matter if you're from New York and you're down there playing for Florida. You've got to hate Georgia. Never, heard anything. Don't know anything about Georgia. Don't know anybody at the school, but you got to hate them because you're in Florida.
It's so funny to hear reporters like baiting these guys, and you can tell, man. Like, I love, how Kirby has these off season, and they'll have it this summer too. But he has these off season and winter like meetings with these players that are looking to be captains, and they go, look, there's a camera in your face. There's a way you talk as a Georgia player,
Yep.
But you hear all these other players around the league and how they get baited by reporters. And they were talking to Aaron, I think it's Philo, this guy from Tech that transferred down with Buster Faulkner to Florida, and it's actually a pretty good battle at the quarterback position with this other true freshman down there in Florida. But like to hear this guy get interviewed and get baited by, like, do you really like? I know you coming from Georgia Tech, who you hate Georgia. Now you're coming to Florida, where we hate Georgia. Like, how much do you hate Georgia? And of course he puts the bulletin board material out. He's like, I actually truly hate Georgia. Like, I hate him. And it's like, brother. I mean, it's just so funny to see him get baited, dude. This is not the year. I mean, you don't even get him in the swamp, right? You get him in Mercedes-Benz. It's not the year to give Kirby some bulletin board material when you're breaking out a new coach, breaking out a new venue. So it's just funny to hear that, man.
That's going to be wild,
guys.
In Mercedes-Benz, dude. That's going to be nuts.
I haven't even seen much of this kid, but I saw him in an interview, and I was like, This is hilarious, right?
Mm-hmm.
What about defense? Anybody sticking out to you through what you've been reading around in on Fish?
Again, all right. Forgive me because I am prepared, okay, but this guy's name is hard to pronounce. He's a defensive lineman. His name starts with a V. It's
Valdine Stone.
Yes, that guy.
Freshman. We talked about him, man.
Yeah.
I told you he was one of
He's
my
having
guys.
a
I was like,
huge impact, man. He is definitely having a huge impact this spring. It's so awesome. Because the better our D line looks, the better our O line looks, because them boys go at it at practice. Iron sharpens iron. Love hearing about it.
Love it. Yeah, man. I'm high on Valdine. We talked about 3 players. If you remember a couple weeks back, we said 3 players that might see quick playing time, and Valdine was definitely in those. Another guy who received a lot of playing time last year that was in Valdine's, like, his direct kind of similarities, who has been quoted in the 20-minute viewing periods as a specimen, a very strong kid for his age, is Elijah Griffin, and I am expecting big things from Elijah this year. One thing Kirby mentioned, they asked him about Elijah, and they think, so what do you see? How do you see Elijah making the jump this year from his freshman year to his sophomore year? And Kirby said these things. He said he's a very strong kid. He's stronger than probably I thought he would be at his age right now, but he's disruptive and he's hard to block. And he said, I'm just telling you, I tell the defensive line all the time, if you're hard to block, 2 things are going to be happening. You're going to cause a lot of havoc, and you're going to get paid a lot of money in the NFL. Because if you're hard to block in college, you're going to make a lot of money in the NFL, right?
True.
So Elijah Griffin for me, and then KJ Bolden is stepping up a lot. I mean, we knew KJ, but he's been a guy that has the back end. There was talk about Jamari Riddle. We haven't really seen what Riddle can do. He's been nursing a little bit of an injury that was season-ending last year, so haven't really seen much from. But he's doing some of the calling. He's involved, but heard good things about Khalil. I heard he's smart, he's intelligent. He's playing some at the strong. He's playing some at the star. So Khalil's been a little everywhere. But I'm hearing good things about Elijah. I'm hearing good things about KJ, which we knew, right? But one name that has been coming up over and over, besides Talon, besides Valdine, Elijah, KJ, one name that has stirred some things is Landon Roldan. Now, Landon Roldan is wearing a very familiar number to all of us. He is, I don't know his exact height, but he's a little on the shorter side. But he wears Lab McConkey's old number, right?
Really?
So I'm hearing this kid is like crazy fast, man. Like crazy fast. Like low 4.3s, 4.4 speeds. And they've been working him in a little bit in there in the slot with Helton. And I'm hearing some things about him, man, where I'm very skeptical to use this analogy because you think small, short, white kid, where's his number? We got another, Lad McConkey on our hands.
Yeah.
Could we? Maybe. But I think this is a little bit different. I think he's a little tick faster than Lad. I think he's got a little bit more just, how do I say, God-given athleticism than Lad had, right? Yep. So that's a name to keep a lookout for. Is him. Any others, Fish, that are jumping out at you? I read about this and this kid, because a lot of our viewers, man, like there's not much coming out if you're not actually talking to somebody. And obviously the scrimmage coming up, we're going to have to listen to some eyes on the field because we're not going to be able to see much of it.
I know. I know I watched a lot of this kid play last year because my wife is a very, very huge diehard Auburn fan. But Amaris Williams, the transfer from Auburn, and like the clip we watched, like when we, started the show earlier, what we're hearing about him.
Yeah.
That makes me excited because we need a true edge pass rusher. Yeah. Like we need that. We need somebody that they're going to be talking about on game day our SEC Nation before the show or before the game, like the one that occupies like a few minutes at least of, airtime conversation in these pregame shows. Like that's what we need. We haven't had a dog on defense since Jalen Carter and Kobe Dean, Jordan Davis, those guys. And hopefully that's what we got, man. I hope that we just, won the lottery in the transfer portal with him.
Yeah, I would agree, man. I would agree. When am I lagging? Am I still there?
You're there.
All right. I feel like I'm a little bit weird right now. My picture's a little weird.
You are frozen in time.
There we
on
go.
my
I'm
screen.
back. Hey, we're back.
All right.
Saying all that and hearing Kirby, and if people don't know Kirby, you got to understand, like, he's going to do things to get the best out of you, right? So if you don't think that Amaris knows that if you're on the mic sometimes, it's not because Kirby's trying to embarrass you. He's trying to get the best out of you. He's trying to let you know I see you. He's trying to let you know that I need you to be better than this because you have so much to offer us in A, B, C. So if Z is your thing that you need help on, you got to step it up in that area because it's like, we need to have those people that it's like, we can't just be like, okay, well, here's our third down set. Here's our second down set. The offenses we play against, Ole Miss, now at LSU, the Alabamas, the Ryan Grubbs, the Tennessees, these offenses that are electric like that, you got to have the pass rushers in there fresh and ready to go. And you either got to stop the run on odd downs. And, not everybody was predictable as our run offense was in 2025, right?
Yeah.
Am I in the right year? 2024, sorry. Where basically it was like you knew we were running the ball on first and second down. And honestly, if we didn't pick up 5 yards and 2 downs, you're probably gonna run the damn ball again. It wasn't our best look, man. And we figured it out, but it wasn't our best look, right? So so I just think I agree with Amaris. I don't think people don't need to pull away from that and go, oh well, another transfer that can't get to the quarterback. I think
this guy
Amaris
won't have that problem.
No. I definitely hope not. Definitely hope not.
He blitzed against SEC offensive lines last year. Let's not forget the man's coming from Auburn. Like it's not like he's coming from, the MAC or the American Conference. Like he overachieved at a smaller school. Like this is a quality blue blood SEC college. Like the man has seen what he's going to see, and he's only getting better.
Yeah, and DJ Durkin, man, I mean, I will tell you, I don't think the defense was a problem for Auburn last year.
It wasn't.
I don't think it was.
It definitely was not.
It was 100% the inability for Hugh Freeze to put together a freaking offense, man. Good Lord. It was a joke. An absolute
oh, my
joke.
God. Jackson or Arndt, whatever that kid's name was.
Jackson Arnold. Yeah, he's going to be – he's playing for who? He's playing for New Mexico. He's playing for wherever who's our boy, the old Florida coach? What's his name? Dan Mullen.
Dan Mullen. That's right. UNLV, right?
Sorry, UNLV, yeah.
Yep.
I don't know why I said New Mexico. I've seen too much of Pavia.
Just out there
Is
somewhere.
it going to be nice to not see Pavia this year, man? Jesus.
No. Pavia's okay. He can stay. It's his freaking entourage, bro.
Yeah.
And boys and his mom. No offense. All boys should love their moms. But that lady was something else, dude.
I mean, I agree, man. Pavia was, it's just like, dude, how much is he going to get? Like, it's crazy, man. But this is going to be a backslide for Vanderbilt this year, man. Let's talk about that, right? Let's hop out of the SEC for a little while. Let's have some fun. We got a few minutes on our hands the rest of the way. Projected SEC win totals for every 2026 season. This is put out by FanDuel, okay? Now, we're going to fly through these to get to the top 5 because I somewhat agree with I call it the right and left side. The right, which would be when you look at the 16 teams. The right side 8 and the left side 8, obviously. So starting from bottom to top, it's not really that much of a difference. I think in these, there's a big jump from 4.5 to 6.5. But let's just do this. We're going to go straight through the right side, and we'll just kind of openly engage in what we think is right or wrong with that, what stands out. And then we'll kind of break down the left side, right? So obviously from the bottom, you got Mississippi State. This is FanDuel's. This is not my ratings, Fish's ratings, anybody's. This is FanDuel's way too early, right? You can go and bet on this right now. You can go and bet.
Wow.
If I were you, I would definitely go bet the over on Georgia. Anyways, just a little plug for you. Mississippi State, Kentucky, Arkansas. They kind of have Mississippi State at the bottom, Kentucky, Arkansas. All three of those teams, 4.5, right? South Carolina just a little bit above at 5.5. Vanderbilt, Tennessee, Missouri, Auburn, all at 6.5. Now, Fish, we'll go back and forth. What sticks out to you about that right side? What do you agree with, disagree with, but what sticks out with you? Is there a team that jumps out?
Not, honestly, Auburn being 6.5, kind of. They need the improvement, and that would be a jump for them after the year they had last year. Oh my God, last year was pitiful. Yeah, Auburn's my team, man. I think, I don't know, 6.5 seems a little crazy.
So you think it's going to be hard for Auburn to get to 6.5 this year, or are you thinking they're definitely over?
Well, I'm thinking they're definitely over. I think that's a little under. I think they're probably, I think 8.5.
Okay.
I think they take
and
a
we're
big
definitely
jump.
We're definitely gonna, in the summer, there's plenty of time. We're gonna break down each SEC team, and we're really gonna dig through these schedules and look and see what are games, how they're gonna go, predictions, all these things. But just from a bird's eye view too, let me ask you a question. Out of those 8 teams, I mean, it sounds like Auburn, but who's your sleeper right there? If there's a sleeper team in there that can make the college football playoff, who would it be for you?
A sleeper that could make the playoff.
There was a sleeper in the right side between Auburn, Missouri, Tennessee, Vanderbilt, South Carolina, Arkansas, Kentucky, Mississippi State to make the playoff. Who would it be?
Tennessee.
Okay.
I like Heupel, and I think his offense is he's got to have the right guy. He's got to have the right guy to lead that offense, to run his offense, and he always seems to find somebody, that can handle the job. Maybe not, I don't know. What's the word I'm looking for? He's got to have a quarterback, but he always seems to have somebody that can go out there and at least be a game manager, which isn't really his style for his offense. That's not really what he does, but somebody that can handle the offense and the quickness and the speed and the pace they play at. But definitely Tennessee, man. Maybe that a sleeper to make the playoff. Honestly, I would say none. But Auburn or Tennessee, they're right there.
Well, listen. So I don't hate the pick. I don't hate Auburn. I don't hate Tennessee. The thing about Tennessee is like, bar none. I mean, Heupel can get a offense to score. I mean, a lot of people looked last year and went, Nico Emalava goes out to UCLA. Joey Aguilar is like would you agree if Joey Aguilar is on any other team last year, he doesn't put up the numbers that he puts up in Tennessee's offense? So we can all agree
100%.
So we can all agree that Heupel can produce points, right?
Mm-hmm.
Can Jim Knowles turn this abysmal secondary and defense around? Because it doesn't matter. It didn't matter last year how many points Tennessee scored.
Their defense was
Tennessee
horrible.
couldn't stop you from scoring.
No.
Yeah. So just a caveat on Tennessee right there. I could see where you're going with that, and you agree with the offensive side, but I got to see. And Jim Knowles, there's a little bit of what we call it, skin in the game with. We saw you at Penn State. That was your first year. It was a little rough.
A lot.
I'm not saying
a lot of bad
you were the
things
problem that Franklin got. What's that?
Yeah, a lot of bad things went wrong at Penn State, dude, last year. Oh my God.
Yeah. And it's like, I'm not saying you were the reason, but I am saying you didn't help the matter, right?
No.
So does it take Knowles like a warm-up year or two? Like, I don't know. But let me tell you the team that, like, jumps out at me that goes, if we're adding if some things happen. I was close on Missouri, but I think Missouri lost too much on defense. I like Missouri. If Austin Simmons at Missouri hits, it could be a lethal offense, man. I mean, adding Ahmad Hardy and a lot of these running backs that they have there, this could be a good year for on offense. Which, isn't it funny? Like, isn't it laughable that if the offense hits and the defense don't, it will be actually Jekyll and Hyde from what Missouri's been in the last 2 years, where the offense has been abysmal and the defense has been pretty damn good.
I don't know.
But here's my team. Here's my team. What if 3 things happen at this place? Okay, I'm not going to name the team, but you tell me. What if the OC was the right get? They clear up these injuries and actually these portal hits on the offensive line come together, and they finally are able to get the quarterback they've had into Heisman type numbers. Could it be a playoff run for them? Do you know what team I'm talking about?
Arkansas?
No, I think Arkansas will have a terrible defense this year. I think Silverfield, Silver Nuts, whatever you want to call him, dude.
Silver Nuts. I don't know if that's his name, but that's what I'm calling him.
Silverfield. Silver. I don't even know if Silverfield is. Silver Nuts.
Silver Nuts. That's who he is from now on.
So the quarterback I'm talking about is Lenora Sellers.
And
South
Carolina.
The team I'm talking about is South Carolina. Now listen to me. Hear me out. They went out and got Kendall Briles, right? Kendall Briles is a great get. He's a really good play caller, man.
Mm-hmm.
Mix him with Lenore Sellers, and they went out and paid top dollar for 2 offensive linemen that they went out and let play basketball at a team building event, and now they jacked up their knee. Like, can you believe this, man? This only Shane Beamer, bro. Only Shane Beamer would allow them to go out and play pickup basketball and waste $3 million. I mean, they're saying he's going to be back. They're saying both of these guys are going to be back for fall. But if they can get these guys in there and they're good to go, Kendall Briles mixed with Lenore Sellers, who, in all fairness, if Lenore Sellers was at any other team, man, Homeboy would be a Heisman contender, right?
Mm-hmm.
Could I mean, Shane Beamer says that South Carolina is a playoff team, man. He says it. He says we're going to be in the playoffs this year.
That's his job.
I mean, could they? I mean, if that all lines up, and I still haven't seen. I mean, Dylan Stewart's on the other side of the ball. Could this, if the stars line up for South Carolina? Like, I'm not believing. I'm just saying, if I'm looking at the right side, I'm going. If these 3 things line up, could they?
Stranger things have happened. I mean, we've seen lots of crazy things. Yeah.
Netflix.
Like Indiana, complete, worst program, not just team last year, worst program in the history of college football is now sitting at the top. Anything can happen. Like, I would not, I mean, I'd be a little shocked, a little surprised. I don't know. I don't know if Beamer needs that much to be excited about. I don't know. I'd hate to see him, like, as an 11-win team. I'd hate to see some of the things he says and does. Like, I don't know. He's kind of crazy. But sure, why not?
Well, I will tell you this. Well, I'll ask you, true or false? If South Carolina posts this number or lower, Shane Beamer's out, right?
Yeah, he's got to be, right? True.
What's his number this year? Like, what does he got to do to keep his job this year? Because I would tell you that I'm looking at the right side, right? I think if I go down the right side and look at Missouri, I know we changed the topic already, but if we go out and look at Missouri, he's fine. I think Heupel's fine. Clark Lee just signed a contract extension. Silver Nuts
he ain't going
just got
nowhere.
there. Now, the only other coach I see down there is, like, do they get tired Are they already tired of my man at Mississippi State? Who's my man at Mississippi State? Levitt. No. Who's at Mississippi State, bro? I'm having a total brain fart here. He was. Oh
my God.
He was.
Who can Google it faster?
Freaking OC coach, man. We should be ashamed of ourselves right now.
We are, and I am. But you know what? It's the off season.
Jeff Lebby.
Levy. You had it.
Jeff Lebby. Who Googled it faster? I mean, Jeff Lebby would be the only one, right? But like, I think Beamer, man. If he doesn't win, what's his number? I didn't get your answer. What's his number?
9.
He's got to get 9. I agree. Listen, you got Kendall Browse, you got Lenore Sellers, and he's definitely gone. If he didn't go in the portal this year, Lenore Sellers is either going to have so bad of a year that his draft stock is not there, and he has to go play for like an Ohio State or somebody else his senior year to post the numbers and get the money that he deserves before he leaves for the NFL. You got a line that you paid top dollar for. I mean, you went out there and you bought literally 3 offensive linemen.
That's like buying a Ferrari and taking it down a dirt road, bro. Letting those big guys go out there and play basketball. What? It's like buying a Ferrari and hauling butt down a dirt road. Seriously, like.
I mean,
why spend all that money?
I beg to differ. I think it'd be a good show to see, like NIL rankings. Did you hear that next year too? I think starting in July of next year, they will release NIL budgets. They won't tell you who gets what, because I think they had a big enough argument about if they did that, it would mess with the team. Like teammates would be like, "Whoa, wait a minute, why do I get less than?" But they're going to release the NIL budgets.
They're teetering on the brink of that with doing this, releasing this number, because players are going to go do math. You know they will, because they want to know, because it's just natural, the natural curiosity that's human instinct. Like, you're going to want to do something. Like, you're going to be sitting there at night watching TV after practice like, man, I make X amount of dollars. I know my boy makes this amount of dollars. I know this is our budget. You know what I mean? Like, and it could
GPT in it.
Like, take pictures.
Yeah, they start chat GPT. They're like, if there's 90 players on the team and we have a $40 million roster, like what am I like? What is so-and-so getting? Here's another big question. Like, do some of those guys only getting 15? Did you hear about so you get $1,500 if you're in the NCAA game and a free copy? I mean, $1,500 is $1,500, but
that sounds like a good number to me. I mean, I'd take $3.
What if that was your only check though? You're like, bro. What if the coach is like, I mean, you got $1,500 in a free NCAA football game. Play the football game because you're not going to play here. Like,
buy lots of Mountain Dew, okay? Just play the game.
Man. Buy yourself a really nice gaming chair because you're not.
There you go. There you go.
Yeah.
There you go.
Can you imagine they spend $1,500 on like cleats, gloves, never see the field? Wow.
I know.
All right,
dude,
let's look at the left half. Okay, left half includes 3 teams at 7.5. That is Florida coming in at 8. Ole Miss 7.5 is 7. Oklahoma 7.5. Then at 5 is A&M at 8.5. Alabama at 8.5 at 4, and then your 9.5s are LSU, Georgia, Texas. Now,
wow.
I'll let you go first. Tell me what jumps out on the left side.
Well,
I'm not going to dig
LSU
into detail, but I'm going to
LSU 9.5. Where are they just doing that? Is that what Lane Kiffin warrants? Just because he's there? Like, they just gave it to him. Like, here you go. You're Lane Kiffin. Boom. Like, here. What a gift. Because I don't know if they get 9.5. I mean, the man can get people to play. Like, he is good at, like, he must throw, like, a hella get to know you luncheon at the beginning of every, like, spring. You know what I mean? Like,
that is hilarious.
He must have some serious team building exercises going on. Like, I don't know, man. But the proof is, Ole Miss. He didn't take them to the playoff his first year, but that was a definite improvement. But 9.5 is a lot of wins for this new 9-game SEC schedule that they're breaking in this year. That's a lot, man.
Well, we're not going to do this with every team, but I think this warrants right 9.5 LSU, because you said, is this just what you get because you're Lane Kiffin? So let's look at the schedule real quick. So you open up against Clemson. You got Dabo. Then you get Louisiana Tech. Appreciate that. Then you got to go to Ole Miss. Then you got A&M coming to town. McNeese.
Win.
You got to go to Kentucky. You get
Win.
Mississippi State at home.
Win.
Then you get sorry, they let the copyright loss. You go to Auburn. You get an open game. Alabama. Listen to November, my friend. Listen to November. Alabama comes to LSU. Texas comes to LSU. LSU goes to Neyland. And they finish it out at Arkansas. Now, so my thing is this, 9.5. Who are they saying that they beat? Here it is. So let's go one by one real quick. We're not going to stay too long on LSU, but I like it because this is one of my things. So we took each other's time. You think Clemson's a win or a loss? I think they beat Dabo.
I would love to say it's a loss, but who knows what in the world Dabo is going to roll out there, man. Who knows?
If Clemson beats LSU first game of the year, Dabo garners himself another tumultuous, stupid season because he beat Lane Kiffin in Death Valley. This is probably going to be a night game.
You know it.
Highly televised.
You know it.
And Dabo's got to go on the road with he's not done good at the portal, right? And a lot of people are saying this is Dabo's downfall year. This could be where Clemson goes, we love you, Dabo, but we're good, right?
Mm-hmm. Alabama fires the board. Dabo goes to Bama.
I'll go LSU. Where do you go? Just curiosity. You think they win in Death Valley at night?
That would be the safe pick right now. Yeah,
Death Valley at night. Louisiana Tech's a win. Are they going to? Okay, there's not one media broadcasting system that's not going to be on this game like white on rice. LSU goes to Ole Miss. Kiffin coaches on the other sideline, so they don't win this game. You telling me that Cheat Golden and Trinidad win this game? If Pete Golden wins this game, he guarantees himself a contract.
And it's not going to be because he's a good coach. It's going to be because Ole Miss is going to be fired up. Trinidad Chambliss is going to be fired up. That place is going to be bouncing off the ground, dude. It's going to be worse than bonkers. You don't want to
not be watching this game. You don't want to not be watching
I'm watching it. No, I'm watching
Texas
it. I'm ready.
Texas A&M goes to LSU.
That's a loss. That's A&M.
All right, so you're telling me they're 2-2 right now?
Mm-hmm.
All right. McNeese is a win, 3-2.
Yep.
At Kentucky's a win, 4-2.
That's a dub.
Mississippi State, LSU's 5-2. They go to Auburn.
L.
Really?
Dude.
I think it's too much
talent. The Plains are no joke. Well, we'll see.
I think it's too much talent, man.
We'll see because we don't know what we're getting out of Auburn.
I got to see what Auburn looks like. I got to see what Auburn looks like.
Exactly.
Byron Brown and USF's JV will make a difference, and I have to look at Auburn before. But let's just say, because we're not going to find 9.5, bro. Let's say they win 6-2. Alabama comes into LSU 6-2. Who wins that game in Death Valley? I think that's LSU,
Bama.
Man. Wow.
I'm taking Bama. Listen, they're going to get everybody's best game. I'm telling you, Lane Kiffin is he's a villain. He is the villain this year. And whether it warrants it or not, everybody's going to want to kick his butt.
So 7-3.
Mm-hmm.
Texas.
Oh, that's an
goes
L.
to Death Valley. It's an L?
Texas is winning that.
7-4. LSU goes to Neyland.
Win.
8-4. They beat Arkansas, so they're 9-4. 9-4, and that's 9-4 being gracious.
That is
like that's being gracious, man. That's saying they're gonna, I mean, there's no room for slip up in this. I mean, I gave them the Auburn win.
That Tennessee game is going to be that's not a gimme. I don't think it never is when you go to Neyland.
All right, I'm gonna play devil's advocate with you, and I'm gonna tell you because you mentioned something about Alabama. I'm gonna tell you what jumps out to me. Alabama 8.5, brother. This is, you heard it right here. This is the worst Alabama offensive line that has ever taken the field and will, unless there's a miracle that I ain't seeing out of the portal and hearing Caleb DeBoer's voice when he talks about this offensive line. The worst offensive line Alabama will ever trot out on the field in the last 10 years. And that's not good when you couldn't run the ball last year. Half of your receiving core left. Ryan Williams changes his name to better pursue the fact that he can't catch the ball. And you got two quarterbacks. And we all know you can be as elusive as you want to. I mean, Keenan Russell can be great. But Lenore Sellers ran for his life at South Carolina. And Lenore Sellers is a Heisman candidate if he has an offensive line. And it didn't do him any favors last year. Yeah. I don't know, man. 8.5.
Listen, Bama's not the magnet for young college 5 stars anymore that it was. It's about the bag for most of them first, and which is fine. But, it's not about, oh my God, it's Nick Saban, it's Bama, the mystique, the, Bear Bryant, and it's the best, legendary college football program, in the history of the world. It's just another school now. Like, they're just another school with just another coach.
I got Alabama. I'm giving this away for later, too. I got Alabama at 7-5 this year. 7-5.
Nice.
I got Alabama losing to, here's my 5 losses. And that's if they could take, I mean, I can't put them past Florida State, man. I'd have picked them against Florida State last year, and they dropped a bomb. So I got losses at Georgia, Tennessee, Georgia, Tennessee, Texas A&M, LSU, and I got them losing the Iron Bowl, man. Listen, if they go 7-5 and Kalen DeBoer loses the Iron Bowl to a first year coach, I don't know who's seats hotter, Shane Beamer for winning less than 9 games or Kalen DeBoer for winning.
I don't know, but there'll be some happy people at this house.
There'll be happy people, but
Auburn
the even
fan
happier
number one
thing is that, yeah, the even happier thing is that see you later, Kalen DeBoer. I mean, I don't even know if it's happy. I'm gonna be honest with you. We're gonna beat Kalen DeBoer this year.
DeBoer's gone. Dabo's gone. Boom. He's on the first bus to Tuscaloosa, because that's what the fans would want, because they would want a proven national championship coach, no matter how bad he's been lately. They're going to need somebody.
Yeah.
And it's not going to be just man. Joe Schmo off the street. They're going to have to bring a name in.
Yeah. It's wild, man. Wild, wild, wild. Hey, man, we got so much we're going to talk about through the rest of spring. Me and Fish are just getting started. We're going to have some fun. We're obviously going to continue week to week with catching us up. We'll have a scrimmage this Saturday, I'm assuming, because I haven't heard anything about a scrimmage. And we're getting close to, I think Georgia usually likes to have 2 scrimmages before G-Day. So we're getting close to G-Day. Obviously, tomorrow brings us into April Fools. We should have had a good April Fool's joke. We don't have it, Fish. But, yeah, we're going to talk about a lot, man, along with how spring is progressing, what we're hearing, also leading up to G-Day and talking about what we can from G-Day. But also, man, we're going to do some fun stuff. We're going to talk about top 10 college towns in the South. We're going to talk about who we think, how some of these rankings coming out, top 10 top quarterbacks ranking in the SEC will be fun to do. way too early top 25 rankings by ESPN. So much we're going to have fun with and talk about, as well as previewing. We're going to dive into every single SEC team over the summer, just to make the summer a little bit shorter. So
it's one of my favorite parts of the summer, man.
Yeah, man, diving into every team. Let's see what we're going to be
Love breaking them down.
Let's see who we're going to be playing. Fish, any final words, man? I know it seems like that the spring ball gets stretched out a little farther every year. I know that it's good for injuries and you know, we still got student athletes taking classes and things of that nature, and so I know it's a good balance, but it seems like it gets drug out a little bit. But any final thoughts about spring practice? Anything you heard?
Maybe not football related. Maybe not football related, but okay. Here's something I have to say. We, as a football podcast, are not allowed to talk about Georgia basketball, Georgia baseball, until they actually win something. We cannot we cannot say, oh my God, they're so good this year. Oh my God, they're trending. Oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. No. If they don't win it, we don't talk about it. If they don't win something, we're not talking about it, because I don't want to jinx them. Because they went and laid a straight up egg in the tournament, the SEC tournament and March Madness. Just straight up went out there, underperformed, didn't show up. I feel like we jinxed them as a superstitious Georgia fan.
I think I sent you a text that said, should we talk about this? Because I'm not going to lie.
And I was like, let's do it.
Basketball, and I turned the game on, bro. I actually turned the St. Louis game off, and it ended a little bit better. So I 100% will tell you, you don't want me watching any basketball. And if Mike White wants a job, he'll keep me away from any basketball screen or reporting on any basketball for the near future.
We're done. That's
and baseball, I'm watching it from a distance, and we won't talk about it on here.
I'm going to wear my hat. I'm going to wear my Georgia baseball hat, and I'm just going to watch from afar. But I'm not going to let myself get too excited. And I'm definitely not going to beg you to talk about it on the podcast anymore. Don't worry.
Perfect. You did. You did. You said
I did.
I rebutted, and we still did it. So
it's all my fault. I will take 100% of the blame. I'm sorry, University of Georgia basketball fans.
There you go, man. Hey, listen, Fish, it's always a pleasure. Hey, if you're tuning in, make sure you go drop a like and a follow. We're on Apple Podcasts, Dogs Down South. We're on Spotify, YouTube, TikTok, Dogs Down South. We're growing that platform. If you like the TikTok platform, Fish is going to hopefully be joining me soon on that. But I've been going on there a couple nights a week, so just to hang out and talk with dog fans all around. And a lot of SEC fans join, so it's a fun time. Be sure to join over there, as well as Instagram, YouTube, I think I said, Facebook. We're anywhere and everywhere you can find us, but definitely if you want to catch us up, this will be our 97th episode. So very soon we're going to have a celebratory 100th episode podcast. I don't know where it'll land. Maybe it'll land G-Day. I don't know. We'll see. It might line up for G-Day. We'll see.
Got to talk to Bobby and Rich, see if we can't get a little. That would be a good time to have them on.
Bobby and Rich, 100th episode. Yep. I wish it was on G-Day, man. We maybe watch the game. Like,
that would be awesome.
Get the game like publicized. Can we watch the game? What the hell are we doing, man? Anyways, man, Fish, always a pleasure, man. Dog fans out there, we are very, very close to being mid-spring practice. And once it's done, G-Day happens. We have the long wait, but beaches and pools and the sunny weather will get us through it. Yep. And before you know it, the fall air will happen. The wet, cool grass in the mornings, the dew will signify football season, and we will be there. So let's not rush it, but it can come any day as far as I'm concerned. For myself, for Adam Fisher, and to all the dog fans out there, hope you have a great evening. And as always on Dogs Down South, go Dogs.
Go Dogs.